Hi everyone, welcome to Outdoor Bound TV. I'm Kurt Walbeck. We're here in the shop getting our boat rigged for an upcoming tournament. Have you ever competed in a fishing tournament or maybe know someone who has? Well, this week you're in luck because we get a front row seat with pros Anna and Nicole as they compete in the 42nd annual Women Anglers of Minnesota's tournament, where over 150 female anglers will compete for cash and prizes in multiple divisions. Guys, we're gonna have to take a back seat because this week it's all about the girls.
Hey everybody, Anna Leschishin, pro staff here, and we are out on Woman Lake in Hackensack, Minnesota today. I'm fishing with Nicole Stone, other pro staffer for Outdoor Bound TV, and we are pre-fishing for the Women's Angler of Minnesota fishing tournament. So this is the biggest tournament that we have as an organization, and we'll have about 150 lady anglers out here tomorrow. So today we're gonna try to find the fish, get on some decent sized ones hopefully, so we can put ourselves in the ranking for the win.
Let's go right back, right over that point one more time. Let's see. Just can't help myself. We're gonna get this fish, okay?
I'm going outside.
Yeah. I just
Go straight out from you, like towards that green one.
There he is.
There,
Got
yeah, you got him. Need net?
yeah, net him. You little bugger.
Oh, I'm glad you got him on the second round.
I love how they fight. It's just so much life.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
You're welcome.
Like went down and back up.
I may even go behind out this way, just to cover more.
Yeah, you just cast everywhere. I'm just gonna give it a shot. I don't know.
Oh, I think it's a bass.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, it is a little smallmouth.
Who freaking cares?
Oh, it's a little.
You got it, or
Yeah,
you want me to net it?
I got it.
It's a
It's a
largie.
little largie. Look at that. On the board.
Way to go. Tomorrow that counts.
I just pitched that little jig right into, just right off this little drop with these weeds, and there's some bass hiding out in there.
Worked.
There we go.
Awesome. Way to go.
Thanks.
Oh, you're in the back. There goes that. See that?
Oh, yeah.
Get it. Eat it.
Oh, get it. You get it?
Yep.
What is it?
I don't know. I don't know.
I'm excited.
I get mad.
That's one of the most beautiful. That's technically a pumpkin seed. No,
I can never identify between the
I know
the
so
different
many
types.
kinds.
So I'm just using a slip bobber. I'm using a super small jig with a plastic, and I'm just sticking a crappie minnow on there and letting the minnow do the work. And yeah, pretty quick. Hooked up right away. Ready? Here we go. Into the panfish. Let's go. Onto the trophy water. You're gonna get ground up, little guy.
Nice job.
So we just wrapped up pre-fishing. We found some bass, we found some panfish. We have a good idea of where we're gonna start tomorrow. And now we're gonna head into the rules meeting, get some dinner, meet the ladies. It's gonna be a great night.
Hello, Whammers. Welcome to the 42nd annual tournament and member meeting. I'm Kristen Merwin, and I am the president of the Women Anglers of Minnesota. Women Anglers of Minnesota was started 42 years ago. So in 1977, it was a really interesting situation because if you think back to 1977 and where women were at, they certainly, not very many of them were fishing. So there was a couple of women that were fishing a Muskies tournament on Lake Minnetonka. And they were surrounded, of course, by men, and they had loaded their boats after the tournament. And they looked at each other and said, you know, there's gotta be other women like us who love to fish and that would like to get together and go fishing together. So later that year, they gathered in their living room, one living room, 7 women, and they came together, they formed a board, they incorporated the organization, and Women Anglers of Minnesota was formed.
We have a lot of new members fishing the tournament. Raise your hand if you're new, this is your first time fishing the tournament. Okay.
So the tournament is actually the kind of pinnacle of our year. It actually starts on Thursday. We have a huge club-sponsored barbecue. We all got together, we had a bonfire, we caught up with one another. We shared all of our war stories that have happened over the last week in trying to catch fish. So that was last night. Tonight we are at Northern Lights Casino in Walker, and this is where we have our rules meeting. We also do a lot of fundraising because part of our nonprofit status, we give rods and reels to children's clinics. So we're raising money for that tonight. We went over the rules. I think you saw a lot of really excited women. And tomorrow, the tournament will go out of Woman Lake Lodge, and then we will have our award ceremony at the Bacchus American Legion.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Mission by Matthews and Vortex Optics.
Women Anglers has grown into such a large organization that covers all gamuts. So we see members that have never held a fishing pole in their hands, to tournament anglers, to professional anglers that are pro staff on, with large companies. We see, I think probably our oldest member is probably in their late 70s. Our youngest member, to be a member in our organization, you have to be 12, so that's our youngest. So you're going to see a gamut of people. I've witnessed so many women catch their first fish either through the ice or open water. A lot of women maybe loved it as a child but kind of lost it and now have come back to the sport and are reacquainting themselves and kind of building their arsenal of fishing gear. It's a really diverse group, I would say.
Mother-daughter, our first tournament, mother-daughter tournament right here. Woo! Get it done. Winner. This one right here.
Hey everybody, we are here. Finally, it is tournament day on Woman Lake Lodge for the Women's Anglers of Minnesota tournament. This is the 43rd year that we've held this tournament on this lake. As you can see behind me, there are just a sea of boats in the bay here. So it's 6 a.m. Shove off is in just a couple minutes, so we are ready to go and get on some fish today. Wish us luck.
"30 seconds to take off." Boat 1, go. Boat 2, go. Boat 3, go.
3.5 years ago, our membership sat around 150 people. Today I'll sit here and say we're over 700. And so when you look at that kind of explosive growth within such a small, organization like ours, clearly that's indicative of women getting into the sport all over the nation. And I also think not only are women participating in fishing, but I think a lot of the industry are realizing they're a part of those big decisions.
This is our favorite spot right here. Hey!
We've seen walleyes out here getting caught. I know that a 23.5-inch walleye got already brought into the weigh station. So someone had good success, which is awesome.
Caught some nice sunfish and some nice bass.
We don't have a strategy. We're just happy that it's good weather compared to last year.
Take that back. Fish on. That's a little pike. Yo-ho!
Honestly, our strategy is to have fun and go fishing. I thought the first year I did this that it was an easy thing to just go catch all sorts of fish all day, but you learn you really got to target them and the times that they're going to hit best in the areas. And so I'm just going out and fishing.
So the tournament format is a multi-species format. It is sunfish, bass, walleye, crappie, and northern. And each one of those categories will pay in 5 places. The top prize is $500 and goes all the way to $100. And then there is a Wham Slam. It's kind of bragging rights, and we don't give it away every year because it's so hard. So what you have to do is you have to bring in all 5 species and then be the highest point total in that. And this year that's worth $2,000 because no one's won it in the last 3 years. And then of course we have our grand prize, which is the highest point fish. What's really unique about our tournament is that we want all species to have an equal chance at getting a grand prize. So what we do is we take the average winning fish in each of the categories over the last 3 years, and that average weight becomes the 100-point fish. So if the average weight, for example, for a walleye is 4 pounds, a 4-pound walleye would be worth 100 points. So a 4.5-pound walleye will be 100 plus, whatever that calculation would be. So a sunfish could win the tournament, a walleye, a northern, you just don't know. And that's what just adds to the drama of the tournament. It's pretty great.
So we have 3 of the 5 needed species checked off. And so we're gonna try to make a quick little turnaround here and see if we can't pick up our northern pike and walleye for the tournament. We're actually pretty surprised because usually in northern Minnesota, these smaller lakes, northern pike are a one and done. Those are usually pretty easy to check off. So we're pretty surprised that we haven't run into any in just our other targeting other species, but we're gonna run some rapalas and a few spoons just to try to mix it up and kind of troll as we're going through some of these smaller, skinnier waters and see if we can't pick some up in deeper drop-offs. So That's the goal.
There is a nice drop off coming up. We go from about 4 feet to 12 feet. There might be some bait holding around there, and we might be able to tap into a fish there too. So we're hoping. We have 2 species remaining, and hoping we can knock off pike right now.
Should have done it.
Learning.
Don't
it's all
listen.
about learning and fun.
Don't listen. It's all about learning and fun. And hopefully winning in the process.
That would be ideal. Oh God. He's running. I think. Maybe he's not. Maybe I got weeds.
Stuck?
No, it's a bird. It's a pike.
Oh,
it's a pike and weeds.
He's digging a lot of weeds. Oh, he's hooked here. I think he's rolling.
Oh.
Yeah, he's rolling. He's spun a lot. Right when I said we're in the money.
We're in the money. Please, what does it have to be? 24?
Nice job.
It might be small enough.
It might be small enough. Woo!
One to go. We have to pray to the fish gods to get a walleye though.
Nice. Okay, let's measure up. We don't got much time. Sure. Yes.
I've never been so happy to get a little pike in my life. You gotta hit the board.
It
21.
is 21.
There was a minimum though.
Tail pinch. 21 and a quarter.
Oh my God, we're one.
Yes! Yes! That's what we need. Oh my God. Add it to the bucket. Heck yes. We have one species left.
For the wham slam.
Get to the deep water and let's just start jigging it up.
So we are one walleye away from $2,000, and we literally just need to land this last fish. We are fishing, kind of trying to find them. They tend to be 25, 30 feet. We're finding the fish, so we're just trying to get on top of them and get it done. So very exciting.
We're gonna get it done.
We're gonna get it done. Tap. Get it, girl. Get it.
Oh, I totally felt the tap.
That's what it. Yeah.
Oh, I hope they didn't rip my thing off because it was not. My heart is racing right now.
Check your minnow. Definitely check your minnow.
All right, guys. Gotta do a weigh-in. Big one.
That's a big fish.
We made it in by a hair. We're at the weigh-in, and we're just gonna, we're gonna, ooh, look at that guy. Look at that guy. Look at him. We're getting our fish together, and then we'll meet you guys at the tent.
Legal fish, 20 3/4. Weight.
Competition aside, being a part of an organization that brings together so many outdoors women of all different backgrounds, ages, and skill sets has meant so much to both Nicole and I. It truly is a family and a sisterhood. So we're back at Woman Lake Lodge for weigh-in, and we made it with seconds to spare. Nicole and I didn't make all 5 species, but we think that we have some pretty good contenders in the other fish categories. So we're about to all regroup and head into Bacchus, Minnesota to the VFW for dinner and to find out who takes home some big prizes tonight.
We had 41 bass, we had 35 crappie, we had 19 northern, we had 85 sunfish, 7 walleye, for a total of 187 fish. That is amazing, you guys.
So to become a member of Women Anglers of Minnesota, it's really easy. You have to have a want and a passion to go fishing. If you have those skills, great, we'll ask you to share them. If you don't, we'll teach them. You can simply go to the website at www.womenanglersmn.com and click on the membership link, and it's all online, and you can join us. And the benefits, it's only $25 a year, and the benefits far exceed that.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Real Deal Mineral and Mountain Dew.
What an incredible tournament the Women Anglers of Minnesota puts on each year. And what a great organization to help all kinds of women get involved in the great sport of fishing. Are you a member? If you're not, you may want to consider joining. You don't even have to be from the state of Minnesota to become a member. And we hope that you'll join us again here next week when we'll bring you more great hunting and fishing action from around the U.S., around Canada, and around the world, right here on Outdoor Bound TV.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Mission Crossbows and HHA Sports.
I can't process words correctly. I'm trying to decide if I should put plastic on.
This is mine.
Woo! Man, that leech looks tasty. I'd eat that leech.
Do you need anything else from me?
You know, it's like spanninoli, but the ladies' version.
I forget we're recording. Just cut that out. Well, that's pike fishing.
Outdoor Bound TV is brought to you by Suffix and BMC Hooks.